It's no surprise that artists look at Trump like the tumor he is. I mean, Tiny Fingers is the antithesis of insight and introspection.
They had what?
Honestly, can you name one successful performer who likes Trump, who doesn't travel with a Confederate flag?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
And of course, there's that. But the latest pushback comes from one of the most successful artists of the last 20 years. This guy, Jack White of the White Stripes. You know his song, Seven Nation Army? Dum, 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 dum. I'd have played you the real song, but YouTube said niet. Anyway, so Jack White is a Grammy Award-winning writer, performer, and regular good guy who, like the rest of us, has had enough. He unleashed a blistering attack on the diapered one's redecoration of the White House, calling it a transformation into something resembling a vulgar, gold-leafed, and gaudy professional wrestler's dressing room. What really got White going, though, was a photo showing Ukrainian President Zelensky meeting with Trump in the Oval Office, now dripping with gold-framed paintings, gold trinkets, and trophies. Basically, it looks like a combination of Duck Dynasty and the dollar store. White didn't hold back at his Instagram post from just yesterday. Look at his disgusting taste. Would you even buy a used car from this con man, let alone give him the nuclear codes? A gold-plated Trump Bible would look perfect up on the mantle with a pair of Trump shoes on either side, wouldn't it? What an embarrassment to American history. Trump's makeover, imported from Mar-a-Lago, includes gold vases, gold urns, gold picture frames, and a gold Trump crest over the historic building's entrance. Even the presidential seal on the Oval Office ceiling has been painted gold. The Rose Garden lawn has been paved over and decorated with metal furniture and yellow umbrellas. It looks like the housewives of white trash Florida. And White, who previously called Trump an obvious fascist and wannabe dictator, praised Zelensky, however. Also pictured in this photograph, a real leader of a nation in a black suit. This isn't the first time that Jack White has taken a shot at pouty fuckwinkle. White earlier stopped Trump from using Seven Nation Army without permission. White said, "Don't even think about using my music, you fascist." White also predicted Trump supporters are going to eventually distance themselves from Trump. The people who have supported this professional liar, egomaniac, con man over these years will all pretend like they never did once he's gone. Now that is true. We've already seen these cowardly cuckolds say shit like this and then kneel before Trump.
Let me tell you something. I will never quit. I will never stop until we keep a con man from taking over the party of Reagan and the conservative movement. He's a con man.
But it's Trump's attacks against artists which makes me laugh. And who are they? Well, the ones who said, "Leave my music the fuck alone." Here are just a few. ABBA, Adele, Aerosmith, Andrew Lloyd Webber, The Beatles, Beyonce, Springsteen, Celine Dion, Creedence, Earth, Wind & Fire, Elton John, Foo Fighters, Guns N' Roses, Linkin Park, Neil Young, Nickelback, The O'Jays, Ozzy Osbourne, Pharrell Williams, Phil Collins, Prince, Queen, R.E.M., Rihanna, The Rolling Stones, Semisonic, Sinead O'Connor, Tom Petty, and of course even the Village People. There is one artist, however, who will let Trump use his music.
Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill.
Ooh. Now, watching the artistic community call out Trump's fascist behavior, it isn't going unnoticed by Trump's right-wing cabal of little boys. When Taylor Swift said she's voting for Harris, these little incels had simultaneous hate-filled stiffies.
F you, Taylor Swift.
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. She's a narcissist. I don't think that she's very talented.
She's nasty. She's ugly. Nobody likes her. Nobody likes her. She looks like a teenage boy. Like, dudes don't like her. No. Like, if you put her in front of, like, she's ugly.
That's true. Yeah. Does Taylor Swift have any eggs left?
I don't think she probably. I don't know if she had it to start with.
No, you mean like bitter, angry women, and that's
like
Taylor Swift.
Like librarian, like your worst teacher you had, feminism. That's Taylor Swift feminism. If I got dragged to one Taylor Swift concert, I will never go back. I was in the very back. It was awful. It was all women and gays. That was it. And I was like, I want to be dead right now.
Because most of her fans are miserable.
They're all grew up in the emo era.
Unhappy person because she knows that her body count is what it is.
Now, of course, Trump is a convicted felon, has 6 bankruptcies, 28 claims of sexual assault against him, 1 rape in which a jury found him liable for close to $100 million, plus his repeated threats of violence against elected officials and protesters.
Hillary wants to essentially abolish the Second Amendment. By the way, and if she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, you know, they would not do it again so easily. We've become weak. We become weak.
And of course, there's those 2 impeachments and dozens of violations of the Emoluments Clause, profiting in the billions through his inside trading, tariffs, deals with the Saudis, not to mention his white trash sneakers, wristwatch, and Trump Bibles.
President Donald Trump has started selling Bibles. He has released a video on Truth Social urging his supporters to buy what he has called the God Bless the USA Bible. These Bibles are being sold for roughly $60 with the slogan, "Let's make America pray again."
All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again.
But instead, Fox News attacks U.S. citizens, and especially artists, who stand up to a man who clearly has dictatorial ambitions.
By the time our term is over in 16 years, 12 more years, 16 more years. President for life, that sounds good.
And the latest is Trump taking control of the Kennedy Center.
At the latest battleground of the culture war.
We ended the woke political programming, and we're restoring the Kennedy Center as the premier venue for performing arts anywhere in the country.
After naming himself chairman of the board earlier this year, President Trump is now declaring he'll lead the Kennedy Center's awards ceremony in December.
I've been asked to host. I said, I'm the president of the United States. Are you fools asking me to do that? Sir, you'll get much higher ratings.
The Kennedy Center has been home to dazzling performances since the 70s. Today, President Trump announced this year's honorees, which he says he personally selected.
I would say I was about 98% involved. I turned down plenty. They were too woke. I had a couple of wokesters.
Trump really thought that everyone would act like he hadn't just attacked funding for the arts and threatened the likes of George Clooney and, of course, Rosie O'Donnell, who had to flee to Ireland to protect her children.
And one of the biggest names on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, in fact, the only one that's a bigger name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, they say, is a guy named Donald Trump.
The president also ordering a review of the Smithsonian's museum exhibitions, a White House letter stressing the iconic institution should ensure alignment with the president's directive to celebrate American exceptionalism and issue corrections where necessary. Critics say it amounts to rewriting history.
It's downright Orwellian. It's something you'd see in an authoritarian regime.
And Trump's taking over of the Kennedy Center shows you how badly it hurts that everyone of any real worth or value in the arts hates him with every dark little fiber of their soul. Listen to Trump try and make himself important while introducing the people he nominated for the award, because he thinks that'll make them like him.
Since 1978, the Kennedy Center honors have been among the most prestigious awards in the performing arts. I wanted one. I was never able to get one. This year, it's true, actually. I would have taken it if they would have called me. I waited and waited and waited, and I said, the hell with it. I'll become chairman, and I'll give myself an honor. Maybe I'm going to honor, next year we'll honor Trump, okay?
The bottom line is Trump truly views himself as a Renaissance man. But I think if you really want to find a part of history that defines Donald Trump, I'd start with the plague.
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Jeffrey Epstein?
Do you have no shame?
Are you not entertained? Jeffrey Epstein? They don't know what the they're doing. I could be a stupid person.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.